What's the story, Morning Glory? What's the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of Seeking Sister Wife Season 4, Episode 6. Let's start off with the Foley family. So they're still at dinner. It is Steve, Brenda, Steve's two children, and this is where Jaden is expressing that she is not happy with the lifestyle that her father has chosen. Jaden says that it's weird for your parents to date multiple people. She gives her dad an ultimatum, telling her dad that if he continues on with this lifestyle, she will not have any more contact with him. So Stephen is angry. He's frustrated. Jaden says that it sounds like, now, y'all listen to this. Listen to what comes out of the mouths of babes. Jaden says, it sounds like you don't love your wife enough and you want to expand your love. I was like, girl, you ain't said nothing but a word, because out of all the couples, this couple here, the Foley family, this is the one that makes me really question exactly what are they in this plural lifestyle for. Brenda to me seems like, and I've said this before, like she is very deeply in love with Steve, doesn't want to let him go. I think that when she was the second wife, when she came into this situation with Steve and his first wife, I think it gave her some type of I don't know. It made her feel desired, wanted. It made her feel like, oh, this man has a wife, but he really wants to pursue me. It made her feel some kind of way. It made her feel desirable or something. I don't know. And then when the wife left, and then Steve stayed with her, it probably pumped up her ego even more. But now he is pursuing another female who is a whole lot younger than her. So now she's feeling some kind of way about that, because every single time that we see Brenda is on the verge of tears. Brenda is sad and upset about something. So I feel like she's in this relationship with Steve because she wants to convince herself or to establish her place in his life or something to that effect. That's the reason why she is willing to put up with all of this sadness, with the complications that she's having with the potential sister wife April. That's why she's putting up with all of this. So when the daughter said, it sounds like you don't love your wife enough and you want to expand your love, I know that hit Brenda to the core. It hit her deep, deep, deep down inside. It must have resonated with her. Like, it seems like this child was saying something that Brenda has been feeling all along, that maybe all of us have been speculating. We couldn't quite put our fingers on it, and maybe some of us did. But Steve seems like he wants more. He's probably happy with Brenda. He's probably satisfied with Brenda, but he wants more, and he wants something different. And I think she's giving him a pass to explore other women without it being called cheating. That's what I think is going on. I think that he just wants to experience other relationships. He wants to experience other women. And she's kind of like, well, I don't want you to do it behind my back. I want you to do it in front of me. And maybe so that she can have some type of control over it or something. But there's something about Brenda that screams low self-esteem, that screams desperation, because she's always sad. There are sister wives, I don't know necessarily on this show, but there are sister wives, yeah, on this show, who are thrilled about their husband finding a second wife, who are doing everything they can to help their husbands find a second who are facilitating the new relationships that their husbands have found, i.e. Sidian and Tasha, i.e. Danielle, to a certain extent, with her man, whatever his name is, and I'll get to that later. So it seems like to me that Brenda is probably the only wife that I can think of right now that is really struggling with this. And she doesn't know how to mask it, and she doesn't know how to cope. And so when this child, Jaden, said that, you don't love your wife and you're just trying to look for something else out there, I was like, girl, you ain't said nothing but a word with that. Come on now. So Jaden, we also find out that Jaden really struggled with her parents' divorce, and it hit her really hard when her father decided to stay with Brenda and leave her mother. And in the beginning, her and Brenda did not get along at all. And then Brenda proceeds to tell us that she proceeds to tell us at some point that she has tried to make her relationship with Jaden work, but it's been a struggle. I'm not sure exactly where they're at now. And she tries to make her relationship with April work, but that's also a struggle. So Brenda talks about, she wants to be like, kind of like victimizing herself. Like, you know what? I really want to make it work with the daughter and it's not working. I want to make it work with a potential new wife and it's not working. Like nobody wants to be my friend. Nobody wants to make anything work with me. And, maybe because they can see the weakness in you, Brenda. Maybe they can see the low self-esteem in you. They can see how you're not really vibing with these people that you're trying to make it work with. They can see right through you. And so, she's only doing it to make her husband happy. I feel like that's what it seems like to me. She wants to get along with the daughter because, that's important to Steve. She wants to get along with April because that's important to Steve as well. So they probably can see right through her. So the son, on the other hand, he is okay with the father living his life the way he wants to live his life. He tells his sister at the dinner table, we might not agree with it, but, we can still support him. He's still our dad. We can still love him. So the dynamic between him and his children should not change because he's choosing to live this way. But then again, the daughter's feelings are valid. She feels hurt about, what happened with her parents' marriage. It affected the children as well. So she has every right to feel the way that she does. And she has every right to not agree with how her father is living. And so the father, him being the adult, he needs to figure out how to make this work with his daughter. That should be his number one priority. He does have the right to live his life the way he wants to live his life. I think it's very similar to, and I don't want to offend anybody when I say this, so I do apologize if it comes off offensive. I think it's very similar to if a parent came out to their children as being gay and say, look, I'm gay and I want to live with a same-sex partner or be married to someone who's of the same sex. And if the children don't agree with that, they struggle with that. And I kind of see it the same way. But the parent has the right to live their life the way they want to live their life, as long as they're not, hurting anyone or breaking the law or anything like. They have the right to live, to be with who they want to be with. So it's up to that parent to try to make it work and to never give up on your children and to make your children comfortable. And if it means that maybe when you go to see your children, you leave your partner behind, I feel like that's what you're just going to have to do until your child feels more comfortable with the situation. And when you go and see your child and you visit your child, you need to always make an effort to make them understand that, look, you're the adult. You have the right to live your life the way you do. They have the right to not like it or to disagree with it or to feel uncomfortable with it. They really, really do. But I think that we should all try just to be civil with one another. You don't have to call her mom. You don't have to go shopping with her. You don't have to go to Starbucks with her. But we need to have a little bit of respect for one another. I don't know if the daughter will ever get there because she seems very much, stuck in her ways. When the father asked her something like, do you still love me or something like that, all she did was she gave him a thumbs up, which is a good sign, I think, from a teenager, especially a teenager that is, that vocal with how she feels. I think that was a good sign. I think you should take that and run with it. So at the end of the night, Steve, he talks to Brenda about how shocked he was about his daughter's reaction. And then I'm asking myself, what is the purpose? And I've already talked about this, I think. What is the purpose again of a plural relationship for Steve and Brenda? What is this? What are y'all trying to do? Are you trying to have a family, have children? What is going on here? Why do you want this to happen? I feel like I said before, Steve just wants to play around and he's convinced Brenda or brainwashed Brenda that, hey, this is a lifestyle. It's called plural marriage. It's called plural relationship. I don't know. I have no idea how he convinced her to do this because I don't see Brenda as being happy at all. So Brenda says that she's very hurt because Steve is hurt about how the conversation went with Jaden. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. And Brenda, what are you in this for? Like maybe Steve wants to have a whole bunch of kids and he wants to expand his family and, he wants to do that he wants to do that. But Brenda, what are you in this for? What do you gain from having a sister wife? because you and April are not getting along at all. So what do? You're just going to put up with it, or are you going to try to convince Steve to go another route, to drop April? Because the other sister wives on this show, they're very adamant about, we need to like her too. We have to approve of the new wife as well. You're not just going to bring any random in here because you think she's hot and then we have to put up with her if we don't like her. Hell no. So, Brenda, where is your backbone? Where is your voice? If you want to live this lifestyle and you don't like April and you're not getting along, you need to tell that man, hey, look, I'm in this with you, this whole plural life, I'm in this with you, but I'm also in this with you. So I need to also approve of whoever you choose, and I need to get along with whoever you choose, because you're not gonna make me get stuck with some hoochie mama that I don't like, that I don't get along with, that I'm struggling to have a relationship with, because he's going to be gone at work. The wives are going to be left to their own devices, and they're going to have to get along without Steve. And I'm pretty sure she wants a friend. She wants a sister. So yeah, she needs to be approving of the new person as well. So she needs to speak up, because, it's going to be hell to pay if someone like April moves in who thinks that, oh, I'm his new boo thing and I got it going on like that, and I'm going to be his main squeeze, and, step aside, sister. It's not, no. Brenda, don't you put up with that at all. And I feel like she's doing all of this for Steve because she's like obsessed with him or in love with him. She's so googly eyed for this guy. She's doing this all for Steve, to make him happy. So that is my review of Seeking Sister Wife, the Foley family. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, please don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, please subscribe, and I'll definitely talk to you later. Bye.